Hi, everybody. My name is Jess Weiner, and I'm a cultural expert and the CEO of my own consulting business called Talk to Jess. I help advise businesses and brands to better represent women and girls in their media, marketing, advertising, and workforce. And before I became a practicing cultural expert working in this space, I was a young woman deeply impacted by my own low self-esteem and body image issues based on the media that I was consuming. Now, when I was growing up, I didn't have the internet, and there were basically like 4 networks available to me in the United States. But now, when I look at this generation and the access and opportunity to all of this imagery on social media, I want to talk about 3 ways that we can help curb some of the negative influence that social media can have on body image. Because we know that if young women and girls are more concerned around their weight and their beauty ideals and their appearance, then they're not out in the world living life, getting educated, and taking up space. And we need them to be doing that. So here's 3 things that I'd love for us to think about. Number 1, social media. It's very easy to hate. I know everybody wants to sort of, get down on social media. I think it can be a wonderful connective tool for a lot of us. It certainly is connecting us today, right? But I want us to be careful of compare and despair in our media feeds. So as you look through who you're following, if you find that you are scrolling and comparing yourself to everybody you see, it is time to diversify your feed. Make sure that you are filling your feed with inspiring stories and people that speak to you on levels outside of beauty and body image. We want to make sure that everything we have control over in scrolling is feeding us and fueling us to feel our best. So if you find that social media is a place that you are comparing and despairing instead of connecting, see if you can change that by following and unfollowing people to give yourself a more positive feed. The second thing to think about is that it's very important in this fast-paced world where we're always online, it seems, and especially now more than ever, we're constantly looking at each other through screens. We have to take a break and ground ourselves in real life. That could mean you take an hour away from social media. I advise a day or more. Sometimes taking a break gives you a new perspective. And if you're having trouble with that, if you're having trouble tearing yourself away from your device, or you find yourself thinking the same negative thoughts over and over again after you've spent time on social media, it's important, I think, to do a gratitude list. It's my number 1 go-to for reframing what is important in your life so that you're not comparing and despairing to somebody else's. So take a break, take a walk if you can, talk to somebody in real life, make eye contact, and most importantly, make a gratitude list. List a couple of things that are really special and delightful about your life and have nothing to do with your body image. So make sure that you're paying attention to the things that make your life good and valuable, not just what it looks like on the outside. And my last thing is, especially as I look to increase gender equity and representation in the world, we are the CEOs of our own media empires, which means we ultimately control whether we have 2 followers or 2 million followers. We can control what we put out in the world. So make sure your content is purposeful and positive and passionate, representing you, not some beauty ideal. The more authentic and connected we can be, thinking of our own media platforms as an opportunity to influence in a healthy way, so you could help somebody else feel differently about their life and their body image. We are the CEOs of our own media empire. We have a chance to change this world. We know that if we can't see it, we can't be it. So let's start putting out more positivity, passion, and purpose in our social media that will help combat some of the instinct to compare and despair online.